We joined the team before the show in the midst of a cheery conversation about chickenpox and shingles. Remember the chickenpox lollipops that people were doing? It's like people would have their kid who was infected lick a lollipop, and then they would mail it to someone else who needed their kid to get chickenpox.
That's
so
like
fancy.
love
Just
apples.
spit in their mouth like a regular person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of those love apples?
No, what is a love apple?
No, what's a love apple?
It's the same concept, only it's just more disgusting, which is that back in 300 years ago, if you were attracted to somebody, you would take this apple and you would I guess rub it under your armpits and various places that stink. And then you'd give it as a gift to your, betrothed.
Wow.
Anyway, that reminds me.
Mine was a burrito.
Love apple is what I call my balls.
Is it just the one?
Right, yeah. It's the whole thing. They're just oddly shaped.
The other's an orange. You can't really compare.
I got it.
There's nothing wrong. Health goes, I'm fine. But
and
my doctor's just
hasn't even
there's really no
yet.
delineation between the two, so it's just more of an apple.
I don't know what balls look like.
Oh, well,
that's
mine look like a red and delicious. If that's
Just record this whole thing like this. This is the show.
I've brought us to a low, and I'm sorry.
No, it's me.
Let's
I'm
go
the new
back
person
to the
back.
chickenpox lollipop. I'm sorry.
Welcome back to another episode of the Super Legit Podcast. I am looking at a screen right now.
Hi, Jet.
You can't see it, but it has my favorite people on it. And look, did you hear that voice? Did you hear that voice? That was Josh Spence. He's back.
Yay!
Yeah,
We missed you
way to peek that
so
microphone,
much.
SMB.
I'm here for all your DJ over the top needs.
Thank you. We missed you so much, Josh, in our previous episode. Your voice
that episode was
really
great.
missing. It was really good despite
the best
missing
episode
you.
is the one I wasn't there for.
Oh my God,
That's
that must
not
have hurt. But in sort of related news, actually, Michael Hyman's not here. Our co-host. He is not here this week.
Right.
So of course we need a stand-in co-host in his place.
Yeah,
So
buddy.
who else is my go-to?
I love you, buddy.
Stephen C. James, do you want to step into the
What
role?
the fuck?
I would be honored. Thank you so much. I know that you asked a lot of people before you could get around to having me do this, and I just want to thank you so much.
Yeah. No,
I've been twice insulted.
I
couldn't think of a better choice.
Because Jet really wanted me to do it, but I was I just don't have the balls to do it.
Say that. I'm right here.
And I wanted to do it, and I also don't have balls.
Yeah.
So
that's even worse.
And that was the requirement for this episode specifically.
Yeah.
I wrote the rules out, and once I've written the rules, I can't change them.
I've been
And for this one, whoever the co-host had to have balls. Yeah.
No, we made
when he asked me, I said, I just don't want it enough.
Nope.
It really needs to go to somebody who wants it enough.
This is hurting my heart.
I feel honored that I can be both a part of this show, a part of co-hosting, and a part of this bit. Because tonight's episode is actually brought to us by the Bits Commission. Need help getting into party mode? Or better yet, actually making friends? Try a bit. Bits are a quick and easy way to leave a calling card for the masses. Bits. More than comedy, it's an identity. Bits.
Oh my God, you made the absolute right choice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Me.
I can't hear that coming from anyone else.
Ultimate co-host.
Wow.
Just has smooth transition into
I'm
it.
the co-founder
and the
of this podcast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right. Well, off of that, I feel like it's time to
Glad to be back, guys. Glad to be back.
Get the show proper on the road, right? So let's get to the question. Do you have a recurring nightmare or dream? It could be a good dream. I don't know. But what do you have that comes up way too often and, repeats? Did I word that well? Stephen C. James, do you want to reword it for me as my co-host?
No. As the co-host, I will say I have mad respect for your wording of that.
Thank you.
Because you are the alpha host. I am merely the beta host. But I will say, so everybody talks about how, there's that recurring dream of being like school dreams. Like you have those throughout your life. My profession is school teacher, and I have recurring school anxiety dreams oftentimes, not every year, but like every other year before the start of school, I will have a ramp up. And boy, howdy, was this year a good year for anxiety dreams leading up to the beginning of the school year. And I have one that keeps happening where it's not as though there's like something crazy going on in the classroom. It's I'm in a classroom full of students and I'm trying to teach class, but all the students simply refuse to sit down. They're just all standing next to their desks. So it's just like strange. And I'm like, hey, can everybody sit down? And they're just like, no, just go ahead and continue on with the lesson. And it just like everything just kind of like ramps up inside of me because there's just this one thing that's not happening. And I always wake up just like, but it sucks to be like 45 years old and still having school nightmares.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm the one that's supposed to be causing the nightmares, guys. I'm a teacher.
And honestly, the didn't wear pants to school nightmare when you're a teacher is a very different nightmare.
Yes.
It
It's
ends,
a legal
it ends in
offense
prison.
for starters. Yeah.
Super.
Okay, Mr. James, I understand that this is your class and it's your jurisdiction or whatever, but this is the first day of school and like I'm just committed to like have it be the worst day so every day is better. So I'm not going home. I'm just going to wear the underwear and just see what happens the rest of the day. Just the underwear.
Okay.
You go, dog.
All right.
You do it. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
No. Don't trust Weird Pete. No. Weird Pete just wants to see you in your underwear. All right?
I don't.
Do you know how many years he's
They're
been in
great
8th grade?
underwear, man. Good underwear. Good choice. I
Weird
love
Pete-
Power Rangers.
No,
So cool.
Weird Pete, just go to PE, okay? Listen, remember, if you come back next year, it's illegal for you to say that. I'm so sorry. Listen, Ted, I think you are making a bold choice, and we have in my class before said that acting is about choices. But I am
normally
telling
I'm
you,
a boxer briefs guy, but I'm going full on BVDs, tidy whities with the Power Rangers on the back.
I'm aware.
Weird Pete.
And
Hey, I'm back.
Hey,
I heard my name.
Weird Pete, please. Can you first of all go ahead and go to PE class, and second of all, take your hands out of your armpits. Okay? Thank you.
No,
so Ted,
I'm preparing my love hands. I didn't bring apples, so I'm doing love hands.
Oh boy, Ted. Okay.
I'll see you in nutrition, bro.
Okay.
Ted,
Peace out.
you shouldn't hang out with Weird Pete. All right. Also, I mean,
Mr. James, I'm Ted's father. I will not be sitting down for our little after-school meeting, so don't even ask me to sit. I'm going to stand next to this chair.
Mm-hmm. Can you do me a favor? I'm just going to ask.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Can I prop this?
I should be at work. I got other things to do rather than come down to my kid's school at 3:00 in the afternoon in the middle of my workday. But please ask away, my friend.
I understand that you're very busy. Apparently, much like your son, too busy to put on pants. But I was just hoping that we could have a talk about Ted making just some smarter choices as far as being a distraction during the school day.
Okay, that's the crux of the issue here, my friend. You know, you think you're making decisions for my boy. You're going to tell him who he's going to hang out with. He likes some guy named Pete. You told him he shouldn't be friends with Pete. You tell him, hey, dude, you need to put pants on.
I just want to break in here real quick.
You go,
Dad.
Weird
You
Pete.
go, Dad. Ted's dad, you go. All right? Okay, I heard my name. I'm sorry. I'm just going to hang out in the corner. I'm Pete, yeah.
Oh, hey, thanks for supporting my son.
Oh, absolutely. And you're the coolest. I am loving those Thundercats underwear. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. James. My dad had a good, thorough talking to me yesterday. So first, I just want to apologize for just wearing the BVD Power Ranger undies.
Yeah.
Today, I'm just going to straight up Donald Duck it. Just the shirt and nothing else.
No.
Yep, just the shirt.
Penis, dude.
No.
Super cool penis.
Thank you,
Oh,
bro.
God.
Yeah.
I can't.
Love apples.
Listen,
all around.
You need to Winnie the Put It Away, and we're just gonna have you go home.
You like it?
And
no, you laughed. You laughed at your joke. If you laughed, you can't be mad.
It's true, dude. It's true, dude. Teacher, dude,
This is me holding in vomit. You can't. No. Oh, stop dancing.
Okay.
Please stop dancing.
This
looks like I'm.
Mr. James, it's Ted's father again. I'm sure you remember me from just yesterday.
Yes, I do,
You are
sir.
the drama teacher here. Is that what
Indeed.
I'm getting? And yet you seem to want to stifle my son's expression at every point. Today you asked him to cover up his penis.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty basic thing to be okay with asking a person to do in public is to cover their genitalia.
I just gotta jump in here real quick. Not a penis that nice. If it's that nice, you let it hang.
Weird Pete, school's been closed for 2 hours. Can you please quit licking after the janitor's moppings? Thank you.
I've got nowhere else to go and nothing else to eat.
Mr. James,
honestly, it's okay. It kind of polishes the floor behind me. That's why I let him stay after.
Thanks Grigor.
Mr. James, I do appreciate you meeting after my work hours, staying here to meet me later. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. But you've got to let Ted be Ted.
Sir, I, with all due respect, would like to go ahead and say that Ted is, as a student, really wonderful. He's one of the funniest kids in class. But you know who else is funny?
So... my dad said that you said I was really funny and not at all a distraction.
There was whole lot more about that.
No,
where I compared you to Louis C.K. and other monsters in the world of comedy who had done destructive things and harmed others. You're a tiny monster right now.
You said I was funny. So because I wanted to honor you and be funny, I'm not wearing any underwear. I'm not wearing a shirt, but I am wearing a construction hat that has 2 beer cans on the side with straws that go in my mouth because that is funny.
Chud, dude.
Mr. James, Ted's father meeting you here before school now.
It's very early, sir.
You've given him a street name, Tiny Monster. What is happening at this school?
You know what? I'm not sure, because I keep emailing the administration, but those so busy policing kids for putting on masks, they have no concerns about the kid whose dick is hanging out. They're like, is he wearing a KN95? Jesus Christ, what are we doing?
So we've gotten some very disturbing reports about your classroom, Mr. James.
Yes.
Is it true that a nude child in your classroom was not wearing a mask?
He was indeed wearing a mask. It was a high-quality cloth one with one of those filter inserts. He was actually wearing
disgusting.
2 masks.
We wear K95 and higher in this school.
That's right. Tell him, Dad.
All right. Thank you, Weird Pete. All right. His grandfather's first name is Weird.
I'm aware.
But my point
yes,
point
Dr.
is
Yankovic.
this. We are a respectable school. All right? We do things by the book.
I'm aware.
All right. If our children are naked, they are masked.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Dr. Yankovic, I will say, I'm having some concerns about what this is going to mean for costume changes during the play.
Hey, Ted's dad here again.
Yeah.
Just came in with.
I'm sorry. Can I interrupt real quick?
No. Yeah. Of course you can.
This is like
it's
our
your class.
8th meeting this year. Can I just start calling you Jerome?
I prefer Ted's dad, but if you want to go with Jerome, you can go with that.
That's cool.
I'm gonna clear. I heard you're having some problems coming up with a spring play. Hair. I'm gonna suggest hair. That will solve all your costuming problems.
Listen, I'm not giving your kid.
I don't mind just cleaning up in the corner.
Thanks,
here. If we're gonna do hair, I'm just saying I've got all the hair you need from the locker room drains.
Yeah, I collected it for him. Super fun.
Let's see. Another
Weird
benefit
Pete,
of
get that out of your mouth. You're going to choke on it. Listen,
all right.
Sir, even if we did hair, I've got to be honest with you. Your kid's funny. He can't sing. He doesn't have the range to play a lead character in hair, and he doesn't have the right stage presence. He kind of disappears in anything other than pure comedy. There's a lot of really sincere moments in that play that I don't think your kid can pull off because he lacks the emotional maturity to either represent pathos or to fucking wear pants.
He lacks the pathos to wear pants? I got lost in the thread.
So I was talking to my dad last night, and he said that you said I lacked maturity. So henceforth going forward, you may refer to me as Ted's son.
I thought your dad's name was Jerome.
He prefers that you call him Ted's dad.
Oh, okay, kid. All right, listen, you know what? Why don't you try choir?
Legit.
Waiting to hear that Weird Pete got cast in the lead in hair.
It can still happen.
We saw 50 minutes, guys. Come on. Let's make it happen. I have a dream.
Oof.
Great.
All right.
Does it involve content
later.
and character?
It probably comes to no surprise to any of you guys here or anybody of our regular listeners, but I have this recurring dream. I am at a Foo Fighters concert, and the PA goes, "We're sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to cancel the concert tonight. The lead guitarist has broken his hand. Unless somebody knows all the songs perfectly, and then they can come up and play." And of course, like the spotlight hits me in the front row, and then I wear Dave Grohl's old Gibson Explorer and become part of the band, and we go get Caseta pizza afterwards.
Is that really your true recurring dream?
I have had this dream 5 or 6 times.
That's amazing.
Wait a Mentos, you had this dream 5 or 6 times?
Yes.
I've over the course of how many years?
10 or so years. And you know what's funny? I know the different locations. It's been the coastline on Santa Barbara, twice at the Universal Amphitheater, and one at the Hollywood Bowl because it has that stage set up. The arch, the arches.
I like that your recurring dream is Dave Grohl's anxiety dream. Like he's somewhere telling a therapist, like, I have this dream every night. Like, I can't make it. And then they just throw open to some asshole in the crowd.
Just wearing underwear. Just underwear.
Replaces me in the band. Because if you're still in the band, that means I'm not in the band anymore.
And the reason why he has that dream is because that's how he wound up being the drummer for Nirvana.
That's
That's it.
But I've had that dream a number of times, and it's always, and it's funny, like because I really like reading about like the science of sleeping and like what dreams could represent, or like how it's stuff buried in
and
your
what dreams may come.
Yeah,
It's film.
It's definitely interesting stuff. So like I can sometimes remember things like, oh yeah, because of this happened, or I was thinking about this later on afterwards. It's always an interesting.
Is that where you go and get that dream interpreted? And they go, well, going by what you said, it seems that you really like the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at those dream books, like the symbolism in them is so disturbing. Like the things where it's like, do you have a dream where your teeth fall out? And it's like, no, I don't.
You've never had that dream?
I've had those.
No, I've never had that
time.
dream. Wait, you had that dream?
Oh, yeah.
So many times.
And it varies in the
many times.
how the teeth fall out. Sometimes it's like
really?
Your teeth, your regular sized teeth, a few falling out. Sometimes it's like it starts as they're at one tooth and you're like, oh, that's loose. And as you start to pull it out, it comes loose pretty easy, but it turns into one massive, comically huge tooth.
Really?
That you're
that
like,
one I have not had.
Ejecting out of your mouth.
Ask, did you have this exact same dream, Jen? Is this like a cultural
I haven't had the giant tooth dream, but I've definitely had the like, my teeth are weird, and then I like go like this, I just like open my mouth and all my teeth fall out into my hand.
I've definitely had that.
It's not a great dream.
No.
I assume in this dream you also have an English accent.
Oh, of course. Yes. I get it now.
I like that you're having Shane McGowan's anxiety dream.
I've even had Dave Grohl give me advice in my dreams of things that I had been thinking. I was just talking to Jed about this. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Like I was having like a weird funk about writing, and I'd been working through some stuff. And like seriously, like last night, I was hanging out with the Foo Fighters, and Dave Grohl gives me this bit of advice of like, hey man, sometimes you have to go in a full circle to arrive back at your starting point. But at least you know this is the path you're on. And that's the shit I had been telling myself. But the fact that Dave Grohl told me in my sleep, we're there.
Super. So, I've been here every night. And I gotta ask, can you stop dreaming about me?
No.
I don't know if you know how this works, but when you dream about someone, they're actually astrally projecting into your mind.
Well, I can't.
And so that means every night I'm here with you having these conversations.
Exactly. Well, that's my job. I am a succubus. You know what that is, don't you?
I can't remember the difference between an incubus and a succubus.
Okay, you know what a witch is.
Right, yeah.
And you know what a ghost is.
Right.
And you know what like a demon is.
Okay, so it's like a ghost witch demon?
It's a succubus is just somebody who shows up in your dreams and steals your life force away from you and just kind of ruins your life so they can enjoy it for you.
So like I really hate these conversations, but it is such a relief to have a word for that.
Yeah.
I have been trying to describe you to people for years.
They're not going to they're just going to call you crazy because you're the only one who knows about me.
They do. They do. They call me.
Oh my God, this one again. What the fuck, dude? Are you crazy or what?
Yeah, it's like, so here's the, it's like I'm astrally projecting and it's like, oh, geez.
Nobody likes to
imagine,
hear people describe their dreams. Like
big
anybody who
black
does that,
pointy
it's
hat,
boring.
but also a sheet.
I don't think you're a very good therapist. I mean, you swore at him. You told him his dreams were boring.
He tells me the same dream every single session. There's no variation in it. A couple words here and there. It's boring. I can't take this guy anymore.
Have you considered helping him process it?
What do you mean?
Like talking through the dream.
I listen and I write things down on a piece of paper.
Sir, I just need to know if you want the boiled ham or the broiled ham and how much of it you need. I'm the butcher. I don't know why you're complaining about your client, sir.
He tells me the same bullshit story over and over, and it's a succubus, and like I don't know if it's a sexual thing or what. Like I assume it is because it's psychiatry. Everything's about sex in the end.
So smoked ham then?
Oh.
Okay, so Weird Pete, I want to make sure I'm getting this right. You tidy whities with the Power Rangers across the back?
Yeah. What's confusing about that?
Okay, I mean, you've been in my dreams before, and like I've thrown the touchdown to win the Super Bowl, or played guitar with a certain band that I name over and over again. But but this one you're talking.
Yeah. So we're Incubus, and we've been in your dreams like every night.
These are my best friends.
I'm sorry, I don't. Who?
And like even we don't think about us this much. Seriously. Like look at us. Like I know. Okay, look, I know it's hard to tell whether we're freaked out, but we're freaked out. All right. Like if you look at my face, it's like sort of like, okay, imagine a witch face and a ghost face and then ghost face from Wu-Tang.
He's having a hard time identifying who we are as the band Incubus because we're not in our natural state. So can we just get a little more whiny for him for a second?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We're always in your dreams.
Oh, okay. All right. You guys are the guys who I accidentally got your album because I thought it was Jimmy Eat World. Yeah, it has haunted me ever since then.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can finally process
How
this.
many times people have said that?
No, sir. I know you're thinking of Incubus because we may look like it. We're actually Gwar. Okay, we have the skulls on the knees with the bat wings, and then like the dragon that's a guitar. We're Gwar, not Incubus. No, nobody for Gwar. Okay, fine.
Legit. I was going to do a riff on war, but I was like, how am I going to blend that?
No. Fuck you guys. It's been a month and a half. I'm rusty.
I like that Gwar, the actual band that would be in your nightmares, no one dreamed about.
Oh, yeah. Well, because Gwar is basically like if a
Slayer.
A state fair haunted house had a band that came with it.
That's the band that had the Fungus Among Us as one of their band members.
Like giant weird costumes.
Just gives you the idea of what they are, like chopping people's heads off in the show. And
yeah, I think, and to make it full circle, I believe Dave Grohl auditioned for Gwar. Isn't that correct?
I know I did.
Oh, wow.
There's a story of him auditioning for Gwar.
That sounds made up.
He sat in with he sat in with Gwar. Yeah, he sat in with Gwar.
Post Nirvana.
Sure.
Yeah, it was Gwar, and then Tom Petty, and then Foo Fighters. There's a progression.
Yeah, that's a weird pendulum swing.
I feel like that's a progression we all go through in life.
For sure.
Yes.
Can't wait to have those Tom Petty dreams.
Does Dave Grohl dye his hair? Does he? I feel like he's all gray at this point, right?
I can answer that.
I know you
Curious
can.
question.
No, he's gray and he's getting older. You can see it.
I think he's letting it come out. Yeah, but I have no idea.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Honestly, seeing him up close from the show that Mike and I went to, that beard is covering for a lot of chin because he's into barbecuing now. So he is never shaving that fucking beard. the rest of his life.
I mean, I don't shave my beard for
I'm looking at you,
literally the
Jet.
opposite reason that I
Sure.
have no chin, and this hides that fact.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like chiseled chin.
No, not at all. You're talking about the artist dreams and everything else, and having to fill in for someone. Like that was a recurring nightmare I had for so many years, was that I would end up on the set of like a sitcom. It would be shoot night.
This is a
and it was like, you need to go live, and we don't have a script for you, and you haven't rehearsed. And like literally, it's like, it is shoot night. I did not rehearse. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everybody else knows their lines, and I do not. And I have to somehow make this work. And like, no joke, this was a continuing nightmare for me for years, until I finally started taking improv lessons and going out on stage every single night with no script. And suddenly that nightmare just disappeared.
Yeah.
That's why you took improv?
Yes, just to get rid of those nightmares.
I took improv to get into SNL.
That is a great idea to go to get rid of a nightmare. Just go through and be able to do something in your real life that overcomes that nightmare. So, for example, if I'm constantly dreaming of falling, then I'm going to buy a jetpack, and then I will never have that dream again.
Yep.
You're correct, Chris. You will never have that dream again,
Right.
but maybe not for the reasons that you're thinking.
Right. That and any other dreams.
And similarly, I do not recommend that as a solution for the dreams where you show up naked to everything.
Yeah.
It's
They're buying
not
a
going to make the
jetpack?
problem better. Right. Buying a jetpack
Well, you're not
will
naked
not solve
anymore
that
because you
problem.
got a jetpack on.
You're at least not
dang.
naked there anymore.
Yes.
That's true.
Hey,
That's
co-host.
Yes.
Do we
No.
have an advertiser this week?
You know what? We do. We do have an advertiser
And by
this
co-host,
week.
I of course mean the incomparable Stephen C. James.
Let's hear it for him, guys. Can we
Yes.
get a quick round of applause?
Stephen C. James.
Thank you, guys.
Oh.
I feel like
stellar
that
job.
applause is deserved
No.
by anyone who fills in the role of co-host, who
Absolutely.
has the
yes.
desire and willingness to do that.
And that's you this
Hyman
week.
did a
Yeah.
great job
Hurts my soul.
of sending me this one. It's on mini disc, so I'm just getting everything plugged in
Great. Well, I
to my
used to have
computer.
one of
It's
those
a lot of
players.
adapters.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me just a second, and I will hit play.
Great.
Hi. Are you ready to take your yoga practice up to the next level? I'm Roland from Roaming Roland's Roman Rollers. Here at Roaming Roland's Roman Rollers, we're able to stretch you out and push you to the limits of both your chi and your zen, all at the same time. Because what we've done is we've reinvented the roller. We've taken that old roller you've had before, made out of terrible for the environment, non-biodegradable foam, and we've corrected it with a stylish and historically approximate Roman roller, made out of the same material that the Roman aqueducts were made out of. If you want a solid marble and lead roller, we've got it for you at Roaming Roland's Roman Rollers. And the other thing is, we've got the kind of celebrity push that we don't want to brag about, but we've got the kind of famous people behind us that would make your head spin. I'd rather not drop a name, but there's no mysterio of who I'm talking about. You can look out onto that October sky, and you won't be surprised that this boy's in our bubble, because he sure is a night crawler. It's Jake Gyllenhaal. So if you want to try out a yoga practice that's really going to push you to the next level, try Roman Roland's Roman Rollers. You're going to be so high on it as if you were on love or other drugs, like our close personal friend, Jake Gyllenhaal. Ready for an efficient yet luxurious yoga practice? Come on down to Roman Roland's Roman Rollers. Remember, historically approximate means that it's not quite what the Romans had because they didn't practice yoga, but it's as close as we can get. And don't forget, our low price of XXXXV dollars means that you can save too. Come on down to Roman Roland's Roman Rollers. Just tell him that Jake sent you. He could have been Spider-Man.
Rome. Wow.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I do. For some reason, they sent me the jingle that was made for that Looks
that's where that file went.
I guess it's obscure because it came from our old friend Fred Durst, not the murderer, the Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I got to hear this.
Oh, that guy's in my dreams every night.
He just sent the lyrics. It just goes, "Keep rolling, 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 rollers. Keep rolling, 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 rollers. Come on."
I was wondering where that file went. Yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris, for keeping a spot on that. I think it's because our emails are so close to each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's great to see him doing so well for himself because Roaming Roland's Roman Rollers was my favorite gang from the Warriors. So it's nice to see them now do
They're the one in the baseball
so
suits,
remarkable.
right?
Yeah. But they drive around in chariots.
Those are tough to get down the subway, though, aren't they?
Not when you hit that third rail.
That's the magic of editing. Really, they just cut to it in the subway. Like the escalator scene would have taken up 20 minutes.
So, anyone else here? I'd love to hear about some recurring good dreams, bad dreams. I think we've mostly, I don't know. I guess Josh's was more of a good dream than a nightmare.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I've you talk about work anxiety dreams, and I feel like my work anxiety dream crystallized on one job, and it's the one that I still have.
Mm-hmm.
So I've talked about this job, but my first job out of high school, I worked on the assembly line in a vegetable processing warehouse, and so to this day, the recurring work anxiety dream I have is that I'm on the assembly line. My job was to take a box and move it 4 inches back and forth until things fell out of it onto the assembly line.
An efficient use of human labor.
And I'm really tired at work, and I fall asleep on the assembly line, and I start moving down the assembly line, and people just start taking parts of me and packing them into boxes and sending them to McDonald's all around the American Southeast.
I remember this episode of Gumby.
Yes. It was the even more Mormon episode of Gumby. But yeah. So I still flash back to that, which to me is a good dream because I wake up and remember that I don't have that job anymore. So it functions as an anti-anxiety dream when I wake up.
I worked at Target when I was 18, and I still occasionally have nightmares where I am at Target and realize I haven't clocked in for 3 days.
But you've been there for 3 days.
Yes, I've been working consistently for 3 days and have not clocked in any of those times. And I'm like, oh crap, it's going to make things really. I know, but it seems like it's so stressful in that moment. It's like, oh, it's going to be so much work. I have to go explain to them why. And it's 3 days, so each day I didn't bother to clock back out or in, and I look like such a
that's
jerk.
a write up. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give you a warning this time, but I have a follow-up question.
The meal break violations alone are going to be serious.
I have a follow-up question for Chris. Are you Gumby?
Look, the whether or not I'm Gumby is something that I think we've all asked ourselves, right?
Okay.
You sit there looking at your pony and think, am I Gumby? I don't know.
Super.
All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to this week's Am I Gumby workshop. Just everyone find a seat. And now that's your first test because you did not turn into your own chair. You did, in fact, sit on an actual chair instead of converting into one. And I feel like you all need to recognize that.
Oh, I'm not sitting on someone?
Look, check. Turn around. Look, is that Pokey?
Oh.
Or is it a folding chair?
I have a question.
Please.
Am I Gumby?
Oh, that's a good one. That's what we're here to ask. So again, there are no wrong questions.
I don't need to be here for the whole weekend. You can just tell me the truth.
Okay.
Whether or not I'm Gumby. And if you just don't tell me the truth, then I just need to know if I'm Gumby or not. And I'll give you the full $300.
Well,
but I need you to tell me the truth.
Here's a quick test. Squeeze your hand really tightly.
Okay, I'm squeezing it.
Okay, now let go. Is it still a hand?
I don't know. Oh. Am I Gumby?
Just tell her, man. This is what we're all here for.
I just need to know.
It's a yes or no question.
It's just a simple question, and I don't need a follow-up thing.
We haven't already been through these exercises and other Am I Gumby workshops. We know we have. This is our last resort. Look at my arms. Tell me I'm not Gumby.
Tell him the truth about whether or not he is Gumby. We have all spent tens of thousands of dollars attending these workshops.
See, if you give a man an answer about being Gumby, he knows he's not Gumby for a day. If you teach a man how to recognize he's not Gumby, he knows he's not Gumby for a lifetime.
But what if that man is Gumby?
You know what? Enough of all this. You know, last week I just
Gumby.
found out.
I mean, Jarrett.
I'm not Banksy.
Oh my God! He said Gumby.
What?
I heard it.
No, let's not.
You definitely said Gumby, bro.
I also find it odd that I even hear anything because as Gumby, I don't have visible ear holes.
That's right.
Wait, back up. I'm Gumby?
No, you're Banks, and you're not Banksy.
Why don't you just tell
I
us
found out
the
I wasn't
truth?
Banksy, but if I'm Gumby, that will give me direction in life. Every weekend, I spend a whole weekend and $300 finding out I'm not somebody. But if I find out who I am, it's all over. I can move on with my life. Tell me, am I Gumby?
I think Davy's just stringing us along.
Knock, door open. Hey, is this the Mr. Bill workshop?
Oh, no.
Get the fuck out of here.
Down,
Get the fuck out of this room. This is the Gumby room.
All right, that wasn't...
Can't you tell just by looking at us?
I hope you die in a fire. Oh, he did.
No.
Legit.
I hope our listeners enjoyed those 1960s and 1980s references. Gumby's too old a reference. Let's update it to Mr. Bill.
Right. Bring it screaming into the 70s with Mr. Bill.
Right, yeah.
What if I did a Mr. Kool-Aid impression? Let's go back. Oh, wrong place.
You see, that's a very formal way to refer to Kool-Aid Man.
Right?
Please, my father was Mr. Kool-Aid.
What about Professor Kool-Aid?
This is why I'm not co-host. I get it.
I would like to point out that I was doing my damnedest to do a Goliath from Davy and Goliath.
I got it.
I got it.
But I couldn't remember the actual name of it, the show. For some reason, I wasn't tracking it. But yes, that was really solid. Yeah,
Nice.
Or not solid, as the clay may be.
Yeah, or kind of squishy and slow moving and about Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like the 700 Club.
Yeah,
right, yeah,
Just in general. Yeah.
But it seems more animated.
Oh, like Veggie Tales.
Pat Robertson would be exactly that. Yeah, that's what I should have said. Yes. All right. What else you guys?
I have one.
Yeah, please.
I have one. Well, actually, I have like 3 recurring dreams that I've
Just
had
one,
my
Jen.
entire. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you all 3,
you're one
and
to
you're going to
say,
deal
Josh.
with it because you can't stop me. No, I'm going to.
You should also say the opposite of the answer to my question to really spite Josh.
No, please, all 3. Hit it.
Yeah. See, I don't even remember your question now. No, I have the one that I think is probably the most notable is I'll be in a foreign country and I will have lost all of my luggage and my purse and my belongings and my identification. And I'll have a flight out the next day that I can't get on and I don't know where to go. I don't know anybody there, and I have it's like a non-identity dream, I think. Yeah. I think that's what it is. And I've had that dream, for like 20 years, like at least twice a week.
Are you sure this isn't just you thinking about your time at Boom Chicago?
It's possible. You definitely have that feeling.
Super.
Jen, I am so sorry. But when you sent that email saying that your identity and your wallet had been stolen and you needed me to wire money, I thought it was a scam. I'm so sorry, Jen.
That's okay. As I said at the beginning of the phone call, I am still in Botswana, and you're the only phone number I have. Okay. So I just they won't let me leave now. Because the time has run out.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Jen. Is there any way that I could wire money now? And also, can you just tell me your mother's maiden name? I just want to make sure it's you. I just still want to make sure it's you.
Okay, a little awkward, but sure. It is Franklin.
Okay, all right.
That is my mother's maiden name, and so you can get me the money.
Of course.
As soon as possible.
I will totally send that to you. What is the routing number that they need me to send it to? And then also, what is the routing number of your bank account so that way I can send it into your bank account.
Okay.
Again, I just want to get this done as quickly as possible. So, even if you just want to expedite it and just give me your social security number as well, that would be great.
Okay, this is a bunch of bullshit what's happening right now, isn't it? This is a bunch. This is. Okay, fine. I'll just do it because
I think that's so crazy that he would ask for your social security card.
I know, right?
I know we're both in this Botswanan holding cell, so we have time to share stories, but that's too much. Although I do think it's weird that both of our mothers' maiden names were Franklin. That's weird.
That is weird.
Hey, pipe down in there.
Sorry.
We don't put up with that stuff in Botswana.
Okay.
Sorry, and that's right. I am a hippopotamus that's a guard at the police station in Botswana.
Yep, just like the cartoons.
Weird that the security guard is a hippopotamus.
Hey, what are those guys giving you shit back there?
Oh, you don't even believe it, Jerry.
These prisons don't know how to respect us. We're the most dangerous animals in the river.
We kill the most human beings on the planet. They don't understand.
Who gets credit? The lion? When's the last time you heard a lion hurting anybody?
Look, prisoners, they come into Botswana and other parts of Africa and expect there to be other humans that are natives here, and they forget that we animals have been ruling the place for much, much longer. Okay? Yeah, lion, great, whatever. He's limited the land in just a few places. The hippopotamus.
Right, forget about it. We're hippopotamuses.
We can actually run pretty fast.
So it's so weird that we're both in this cell together. So I want to confirm, you're in here because you have no identification.
I lost everything. I lost everything.
I tried to get on a plane using someone else's identification, and they caught me, and they put me in here. That's weird. It's very yin and yang. I think we're like twin flames or something. That's weird.
What? Oh.
I do gotta say, I'm sorry I've been listening to your conversations.
No, it's okay, King
I'm
Hippo.
a hippopotamus, all right? It's not like I'm deaf.
No.
But I can empathize with you. You're both in a similar situation, and I don't normally do this, but I've been having trouble lately because as a hippopotamus, the only thing I can really get away with here is being a prison guard, so I don't really get out much. And I've been having this recurring dream, maybe a nightmare. I don't know
the one where you're dancing with the gator set to orchestral music?
Oh no, that's a happy one. That's happened plenty of times.
Just me, sorry.
Yeah, my father was in Fantasia. Anyways, my dream is I just need to know: am I Gumby?
Jen, I'm so sorry. I've flown all the way to Botswana to help you out. I've got cash. I'm so sorry. I tried to scam you, but let's just go ahead and let's get you free. Okay? I think I've made all.
Will literally do anything at this. I'll literally do anything.
Do anything.
No. Wait. Which one is Jen? Hold on.
I'm Jen.
I'm Jen.
I'm Jen. Wait.
I'm Jen.
I'm Jen.
I'm
Wait,
Jen.
Hold on. I know which one's Jen because the evil Jen has a goatee.
Switch positions.
Yeah. Okay. So now here we go. All right. I've done all the paperwork, and so now you can be free. Oh no! Wait, that guard's coming closer to me. I don't like the look of that guy.
It's okay. He's
looks,
not going to kill you.
No, he looks really, really hungry.
Just don't look him in the eye.
No,
don't look him in the eye.
No. Oh God. Oh, tell my story.
Sir, I don't know why you quieted down as you laid down. I am going to eat you, but I just hadn't started yet.
That game is like the worst thing that ever happened to us.
It is.
I feel like how those operation guys feel.
Oh, I wish I knew other humans.
I'm so sorry that you hippos have been marginalized. It must be hard just knowing that all of your culture has been erased just because somebody was joking around and playing some sort of game. Maybe like the people of Botswana.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that we're some cartoonish stereotype.
So I want to get this straight. You have a recurring dream as a hippo that balls just keep coming at you, and as much as you keep trying to eat them, it's just not enough.
Yeah, you can say that. You want to chime in,
Okay,
pal?
well, I mean, there's 2 hippos here. I mean,
yeah, no. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, to me, it's like it's like imagine like picture a witch, okay?
a succubus or an incubus?
I think this is which one's a band?
Guar.
Which is that really shitty band?
Slayer.
No, really shitty band. What do you not understand metal?
Limp
Come on, I
Bizkit.
may be a hippopotamus, but I know fucking music.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
tell
What do you
him.
think metal is like fucking Metallica? Jesus fucking Christ, this guy.
You're kind of Botswana and you don't have knowledge of metal. You're not. Well, how did you get past the border?
Exactly, man. What do you think? He's a fucking Gua concert? Take off your fucking costume, douchebag.
Legit. That was the most legitimate Botswana accents I've ever heard. Both of the hippopotami.
They were dead.
I went to improv school for that.
I like that they put the hip in hippopotamus as far as their knowledge of metal.
The hippos. Animaniacs, anyone? Remember the hippos?
No.
No.
Well, we got up
I'm
to the
going to die with
90s.
Guar. You die with Animaniacs.
So I need to hear these other 2 dreams.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you Chekhov gave you the gun. Now you've got to fire.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
That's how that works.
A
the
dream
other dream.
gun.
So the wallet one has only been around probably as long as I've been carrying a wallet.
Dope.
And like losing my identity. But the one that I've been having since I was a child, like it's the first dream that I remember, and I continue to have versions of this dream to this day, also twice, probably a week, which is dreaming about water and some form of water where I am either, and the water is usually like whatever state of mind I'm in. So it could be snow, it could be a river that I'm like going down. I quit like a really bad job once, and I dreamt that I was in an airplane that just went directly into the ocean.
Oh, shit.
I've dreamt of being drowned.
Did you want to
in
name
water.
that show that you
Huh?
quit, or do you want to leave it alone?
I don't think I'm gonna touch
Was
that.
it Fantasia?
Is it?
It was
Was
a
it
bad
Gumby?
one.
Is it? Because all right, so it sounds like at least sometimes it's like water is a part of the dream. It is not the dream, but are there times that it is just kind of the dream
always
is just like
it's
a wall
always
of water?
Yes, I've definitely had that dream. I've had the dream where I have been walking along the ocean and a tsunami comes and just like carries me away, or
It would kill you.
and it does in my dream.
So-
it's always in my dream. It does,
Not
yeah.
to go
So
all like I walked by a psychology class slowly once in college, so I'm qualified to ask. But
you are.
Does it ever
That's it.
connect to like the job thing? Is there always like after you had this dream, you're like that's probably because of that change in relationship, or that's because of that change in location, or are they always connected?
It's never that specific. I think it's more like the part of my brain that has no words is trying to talk to me. Like I think that dreams that's what they do for the most part, is like, especially the ones that aren't like clearly connected to something in your life. It's usually you're struggling with something, or you're not aware of something that's actually true within you, and then it comes out in your dreams when you're relaxed, and it just like tucks you in images. I just think it's weird that it's always water. I just think that's strange.
I like both how wisely you phrased that and how now we're all questioning the dreams that we talked about.
Right.
Like, what was going on in my life when I was...
Look, Josh's brain wants him to know that he is Dave Grohl.
Thank you. What's the third dream?
Yeah,
And the third dream is it's me. God, I don't know. It's probably bad that I tell any of these dreams because it just makes me sound like I have a lot of issues. The other one is I'll be walking along and I'll see a bunch of small baby animals, either kittens or like small bears or puppies. And I'll realize that there is a monster coming, and then I have to collect as many as I can. And I can never carry
This
enough.
is the plot of Sonic
I can
the Hedgehog.
only ever save like one or two, and then I run with them, and then I'm like, I realize once again I don't have anything to take care of them, and I'm just like carrying these baby animals, and I've had to leave some behind.
I like that your dream is Walt Disney's Sophie's Choice.
Look, everybody, I love the fact that you want to throw a surprise birthday party for Jen, but we got to get rid of these puppies right away. This is not going to work.
How right away are we talking?
Like,
like 5 minutes or like now? Because
now, no puppies.
I don't know, but the now option for no puppies is not pretty. It's not a good option.
It's definitely now.
I just peeked through the
definitely be
window,
now.
and that is Jen that rang the doorbell. So
Oh,
I think the
God.
now
I mean,
is
we
very
can't
much
be rude. Open the door, I guess.
Bing bong, bing bong.
now. Okay, now
I
she's
feel like
being rude.
seeing the now option is going to be worse than seeing the puppies.
Yeah, there's no
I
way.
can't believe I made it all the way. A really long flight. Thank you for letting me use your toilet in there. We don't have those in the jail in Botswana.
Glad you can make it, man.
Oh, I'm famished. You got anything to eat?
So what you're saying is you're hungry?
I guess I'll let her in. Let him eat.
I mean,
Hey, Jen, come on in.
Surprise!
Hey,
What's
oh
surprise?
God. Oh my God. Look at this. This is incredible.
Sorry about
Oh, wait
all
a minute. What the fuck's happening here?
okay,
Well,
so
number one,
There are so many puppies here.
let me just say right off the bat.
We kind of went overboard.
There's not as many as there were a second ago.
Yeah, they're getting fewer by the moment.
Okay, but there's still like 10 puppies, and you guys know my thing about puppies and how I have a weird thing about that. And so
Not 9 now.
now is he eating the puppies?
Jen, it's okay. It's not a monster. It's a hippopotamus. It's a real thing, not a monster.
Wait
so it's
a
not
minute.
like you dream at
This
all.
hippopotamus
And where
is
are they?
eating the
Where are they?
puppies. Well,
We're
I
down
have
to
to
7.
save as many as I can. You know that's in my
You'd
narrative.
better move fast because there's only a few left.
Yeah. Plus, it gets double points when he eats the red one.
And I hate to pay myself this way, but I'm kind of hungry twice.
I can't take it.
look, you're paying for this by the hour. Do you want me to turn on the puppy snowblower or what? So it just blows puppies everywhere.
I only have two. I can save these two. These are the only
Thank you,
two
Jay.
that I can save, and I'm taking them.
Puppies flying. Puppies flying.
There's so many puppies.
Puppy
Somebody
Rottweiler.
help
Puppy
me.
Pitbull. Puppy Cocker
Somebody
Spaniel.
help.
There's no one. It's just you, Jen. You have only yourself to rely on.
There aren't even any puppies here. There's none left. They're all gone.
You didn't save them.
Is that you, my subconscious?
No, it's me, your therapist. Again, we've been through this dream, and I'm trying to guide you through the fact that
I'm
it's
sorry.
just you.
I
There's no
went
puppies.
Very deep that time. You have to know
Oh
how
my
deep
God,
I
you
went.
so fucking deep. It's so
That was
ridiculous.
so real. There was a hippopotamus
wasn't
that was in
real.
the bathroom. They were throwing me a birthday party.
Oh,
And
this
there-
is such bullshit.
Excuse me, is this the Mr. Kool-Aid intervention?
No, that's down the hall. This is a private session. We do the group sessions later.
Legit.
That guy.
I believe he's Dr. Kool-Aid now.
He'll get his professorship later. Yeah.
He's the one that called Dr. Kool-Aid.
Oh, man. I feel like that was a version of that, and he turned to her and said, well, you know what? It may not have mattered in the big scheme of things, but it mattered to those puppies.
Yeah.
As you toss that puppy back into the ocean.
Yes. From whence it came.
I did have a bad Dave Grohl dream once.
Okay, bring it home.
Impossible.
Let's go. I think talk about going full circle as Dave Grohl advised you in your dream.
So the same scenario happens as it usually does. I get on stage. He gives me his guitar that he was wearing. And he's like, you ready to kick this shit off? I'm like, yeah. And I hit that first chord and the pick flies out of my hand.
Ooh.
And the whole stadium goes, boo! And then I wake up in a cold sweat. That's happened twice.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
So this whole
God,
stadium
that's
of people who had zero expectations whatsoever.
Yeah. Who moments ago were going to have the show canceled because the lead
Right.
guitarist broke his hand.
Yeah.
And a stadium of people with incredible eyesight that they were able to identify a pick flying.
Yes.
And all that
Yeah.
happened was the single pick flew off.
But it was,
Yeah.
but it was the only pick that they had, right?
Right. The only pick that the entire band of the Foo Fighters had for their whole show.
Yeah.
So
I love how everybody's picking this dream apart. But the dream where the water dream, everybody's like, yeah, no, I can accept that. That's how these things happen.
No,
that makes sense.
I
How
think
would
we're
that
picking.
happen?
I think we're picking this dream apart to tell Josh, you don't have to worry about that. Those people in the audience are the assholes.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like you're still trying to save their show. Give it a second. We'll find another fucking pick.
Yeah.
There are thousands of people here. He can use a quarter. Like, give the man a chance.
Can I share something else with you guys?
Do it.
That's what this show's about.
Because of that, I have a pick in my pocket every single day.
Show prove it.
Yeah, where is it?
Picker didn't happen.
You didn't go into your pocket.
No.
My pocket's over there, but it's a gun lock.
He's
he not
naked.
wearing pants?
He's just wearing BVDs with the.
Wait,
Oh my
Wait,
God.
Power Rangers on the back. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Is that
this is
a
all coming
jetpack
together.
behind
I'm
you?
ducking it. I'm Donald ducking it.
That's not a pocket. That's your Y front. Yeah, that's great. Oh.
And I think that's got to bring us to the close of this show. If it doesn't, we're going to force it to, because there's nothing else we can have in there from that.
I like the end of the show. We wake up and it's all a dream.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and say thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for the intro and outro music?
No.
This episode was hosted and edited by Jet Kaufman, co-hosted by me, Stephen C. James,
Oh,
and
you did such a
featured
good
the
job.
Once
amazing
again, round of
talents
applause.
of Sean Michael Boozer, Jen Burton, Chris Compton, Chris Sanders, and Josh, bridesmaid of co-hosting Spence. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. Check the show notes for occasional writing credits. If you're loving what we're doing,
I am.
be sure to write a 5-star review at your podcast provider of choice. And please tell a friend or 4 friends or all of your friends about us until everyone winds up getting super legit tattoos.
Can I do my closing line, or is like new stepdad co-host going to do that?
No. Just do what you gotta do, Josh. I mean, this is all you. We love you, Josh. We love you. We support you. You know,
Yeah.
we want the best for you on this show. We're so happy you're here. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Can we start recording now?
You did what I expected you to do.
You're the worst.
I don't believe anything's on all my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
Look, I'm sorry. I wasn't
Perfect.
about to
That was
start
perfect.
trying to do a real Botswanan accent.
No, that was
How dare
You're
you.
also a hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Dude,
Yeah.
the hippopotamus
I was sold on your hippopotamus. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
It was
That was an
very
accurate
believable.
Botswanan hippopotamus accent.
I think
Yeah.
so.
You should
Yeah.
teach a
Sound
Zoom
like.
class on that.
We don't know what they sound like.
It's the way hippopotami, their vocal cords. That's what that's the only
Yeah.
register they can go in.
Yeah, the high pitched Bronx is Ad Rock's uncle is the technical term for that.